Hey, we're alive. Okay. Things look a little weird here. I know compared to what I've had in the past. I changed everything in here. Complete changeover in my room. Um, and that's the way it is. Yeah, I got a new desk for my, and as I work from home, I need to get something more comfortable. So I've got a nice, it was called a gaming desk. So it's pretty good size. It's a L-shaped, type desk. And so that's precipitated to me to change my entire room. I'm still not done yet, but I figured I'd get started. And I apologize, the lighting's not quite perfect yet. I'm still playing with that, um, but it's not terrible. But it is a little on the dark side where I'm sitting, but it won't be too much on the table. I've got a brand new table I'm using, so hopefully that will improve things as well. And we'll go from there. I've got another light I'll turn on. It just, when I turn it on, it's so bright. I'll show you. It doesn't too. No, it's not too bad. Okay, I thought it was gonna be really much worse. It's pretty bright, and I use it to kind of kill the shadows over here on the table to my left. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are back after a couple weeks, and it's been a crazy couple weeks. All kinds of things going on with family and things like that. I wasn't feeling so well myself last week. My old Mr. Arthur is coming back, arthritis. So this cold weather is not helping. Up here in Northwest Vermont, I think it was when I left, came upstairs, I think it was 6 degrees out. We've had it as low as 11 below in the past week or so, and that does not help. And in between that and this past weekend, between Saturday and Sunday, we got 16 inches of snow and wind. And I guess that the wind gust they said were as high as 40 or 50 miles an hour, but then we never lost power. I got a little sore, but I have someone that helps me with clearing the roof of snow and things like that, so we're safe. But that's but I plow my own driveway and everything like that, and I've got all the heavy. I've got a nice little tractor that I use that to do that with, so it's not hard work. So and I usually put up also in the chat. I usually put up my rules, and I didn't do that. They're also in the. Let me do that while we're talking. While I'm talking, I should say. And so pardon me while I kind of look through my, there it is, and cut and paste in some stuff here so you'll know what the rules are. I'm going to see if I can do this in more than just, and put it over in the chat. And so I will talk about it as well. Okay, so if you're new, please email me. I'll put my email is right there in the top of the chat. Hey, Marlene. Well, Valentine was okay. We the restaurant we were going to go to had a Valentine's menu that day, and we looked at it online and we said, "Nope, too weird." And I know they're known for some oddball dishes and things like this, but it's one of the reasons we liked them. They have some really fascinating stuff as well. But the stuff they had, and almost everything had asparagus, and neither one of us are asparagus lovers. So it just wasn't going to happen. So anyway, if you're new, please email me. I know one person a couple weeks ago did email me, and I appreciate that, really do. We do use PayPal for invoicing, but I have other methods if it's necessary. I have Venmo, I have Cash App, and I have Zelle. So we can do whatever you need that works best for you. I use Pirate Ship for shipping, and let me get the rest of my stuff up here. Not that. Let me put the rest of the text up here. So we do the bidding in dollar increments. Generally, I usually ask people to do $2 increments or more, of course, once we get past $10, which isn't always that. I don't have big ticket items here, so we don't worry about anything higher than that for the most part. And I do have some silver tonight. I have to tell you, though, I've not had a chance to test it, although I'm pretty confident in some of the pieces and I'll explain as we go. But and I don't think I have one piece that's got gold filled, I think, and that's about it. One, I think it's a bracelet. Has some gold filled on it and everything's like that. So let's see what else. Like I said, we've gone through the kind of the weather and things and what's going on with me. I'm going to try and continue to do the Wednesdays. So, oh, did I see Cassandra? Oh, yes. Hey, Cassandra. Nice to see you. And hope things are well in your world over there. Many time zones away. That's been the fascinating thing about this new job I've been working for the last few months is I've got folks in India that I'm working with, which is like a 10 or 11 hour difference. I've got folks in Arizona and in the Chicago area, I think it was. And so kind of covering lots of different time zones. And it's been a challenge sometimes for them. Not so much for me. I can manage it. So, but it's only part-time work, so it's not too bad. But next week, I may or may not do an auction. I have to wait and see. They've asked me to work full-time next week, and that means 8-hour days. And so it makes kind of like cuts into my time of prepping for it. We'll see. We'll see. Frozen water. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Seems really got flooding water. Oh my. Oh my. No, that's devil. Mostly, well, let's say a lot of people up here, we tend to have backup generators, so it's not as big a deal when we lose power. I have two generators to run if I need them. So one that we use for camping is smaller, and one that's big enough to run most of the house and the apartment. So we do okay, but has not had to use it much. We didn't get the freezing rain that the southern part of the state got. So we didn't lose power. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on. I guess we'll switch cameras and get started on stuff. I apologize. I was a couple minutes late tonight, and I'm not as well organized as I usually am. Like I said, I'm in a brand new situation here with the computer and the layout and the room and things like that. So I usually have a list prepped, and I don't. So I'm just going to wing it tonight, and we'll see how it goes. I think that's about it. If there's any questions, of course, put it in the chat. I'm trying to I've tried to set that up so I can see the chat better. It's not perfect yet. I've got to make one more change to push my table over a little bit so it's kind of in my line of sight and the computer's in my line of sight. So I don't have to keep doing this all the time. So anyway, okay. Switch cameras, and we'll get started with some stuff. It's going to be mostly jewelry tonight, as we've been for the past couple weeks. But I'm going to start off with some non-jewelry items here. And apologize. Like I said, I don't have the ideal setup yet. It's a brand new table, smaller than the one I had, but a little different finish. So I think it'll help somewhat. Instead of the white board I was using, the white display board I was using underneath, it's a little different. It's a little bit of a gloss to it, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so this is something called the True Genius Curated Collection. It says it's for ages 14 plus, difficulty 2 to 5 stars. And what these are is various puzzles. Now the box not in pristine condition. It's got a little bit of damage right there. And this, what I think I may do is the plastic here has come loose. So I'll probably open the box up and tape that so nothing falls out. But you can see this has got 5 different puzzles here. Why is that backwards? Oh, that's interesting. On my screen, the writing is backwards. Oh. Maybe I got to check my settings here. Let me check my settings. See if it's supposed to be mirroring. Somehow I clicked on mirror my camera. There we go. That fixes it. There we go. I apologize for that. Okay, so it says Chinese tea. I can't read that. I'm sorry. I'll try and read it for you. The green watermill, the Egyptian Roman keys, and the Aztec passion flower. And these are puzzles. And I think they have a difficulty level listed on the back. Some are 5 stars, some are 2 stars. And they do have a little bit of an explanation about how the puzzle is supposed to work. The original price on this was $19.95. Like I said, the plastic's coming, so I've got to fix that so pieces don't shuffle around too much. But so we're going to call this a set of 5 puzzles. I think it's if it's not new, it's nearly new kind of thing. I don't doesn't like I said that because of this plastic being damaged. I don't. The box probably has been opened, but I don't. I'll make sure all the pieces are there. But we'll start this at $6. How's that sound? We're starting bid. If anybody's interested, that's just a little more than $1 a piece for the puzzles. And you've seen those little metal puzzles, and you can get in the stores. You have to twist it a certain way and all that kind of tricks that get in. That's sort of along those lines of what these are. So I see Cassandra at 6. And if anybody else is interested, it'd be 7. Otherwise, I'm going to start the countdown. I'm not sure how late I'm going to go tonight. I'll see. I didn't plan for a lot of items, so we'll say going twice. Last call. And sold to Cassandra for $6. Thank you. As I said, when I post sold in the chat, that does mean it is sold. So let me write that down. It's Cassandra. Puzzle set. Thank you. And we'll set that aside right here. That's the other thing I'm trying to organize. I'm trying to set up so I have ways of organizing things in a way that I can. When I'm done for the evening, everything's all in a neat spot. Okay, I have a brand new T-shirt. It's called Cobblestone for the color. Yeah, I'm not taking it out of the package, but you'll get the gist of what it is here shortly. So it says America, and it's got the eagle on it. And then it says home of underneath it says since 1776, home of the brave. It's a size large, brand new. You're welcome, Sandra. Let's start this one at $6 also, I think. How's that sound? Does that sound fair? I think these came from Lowe's department store. But it is brand new. It's a size large. It's called, it is 60% cotton, 40% polyester. And it shows they call it a unisex shirt. So when they say a size large is 22-inch chest, 30-inch shirt length. And the sleeve length is 9 inches. Sleeve length? Oh, okay, it's short sleeve though. But yeah. If there's any interest in a new T-shirt. Oh, I didn't post that up there. Let me do a little show. So they call this color cobblestone, I think is what it says here. Cobblestone light HTHR. I assume that means light heather, maybe. So anyway, and I'm just going to write this down so if somebody emails me later that's interested in it, I'll know I can remember what I was asking for. Like I said, I'm winging it. I usually have a already written list, but not tonight. It's on the fly. Okay. Well, we'll pass on this then. No interest in the T-shirt. That's okay. Aside. And how about a nice photo album? Oops, let me get rid of this. And this is really, really nice. It's. I think the intent with this is to fill it with photos and give it as a gift. But and let's go to the photo album, and we'll start this at $5. It's not your typical photo album in the sense of ones that hold 200 or 300. This is designed to be. It's what they call a photo book. Heartfelt moments. It says it will hold 19 of your favorite 3.5 by 5 inch or 4 by 6 photos. as inspirational text, perfect for personal use or as a gift. Obviously, you put a picture on the front, and when you open it, there's these little dents right here for in the cardboard here, where you tuck your photo in, and then above it, it has an inspirational quote. That's from Psalms 139, for example, here. And then this is just a saying, just a saying. This one's from James Gospel, and there's another just saying. So you can see it just all throughout it. It's just really, really pretty inside, and it has this ribbon that you can close it off with. So, is any interest? I see Marlene at 5. Anybody else interested to be 6? Well, I think if it's you just got a little dust on it, but other than that, I don't think it was never used. It's brand new. I mean, I think it was just kicking around. Still beat up some dust here, but yeah, and it's kind of I want to call it a burgundy color. I guess that's what it looks like to you. Maybe I'm not sure. But get the length just a little different. Yeah. Anyway, really nice. Okay, we'll say going once. Oops, I got to get my cursor in the right spot here. Going once. Going twice. Yes, I did see your email about the candles. Didn't I reply? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did reply. I will take care of that, by the way. So, I'm glad everything else survived. I can't believe how much wrapping I put in that stuff, and it still didn't survive. Okay, last call. And sold to Marlene for $5. Oops, I misspelled your name. Sorry. I'm just typing too fast. Okay. Thank you. Let me set that aside and write it down. Photo book. Okay, and do we have any Snoopy fans out there? Oops. Get these Snoopy placemats. I think I have to bring the camera up a little so you can see it better. And there are 4 different placemats in here. They're brand new. That's just some sticker residue there. And I'm going to show you the picture up close here. Can you see that? Yes. So the one you see on the front is the first one there, I think. And then they have 3 other ones that are all different. So there's one that looks like that, one that looks like that, and one that looks like that. And they're in this packaging, so I'm not taking them out. So they're pretty good size too. This is Be Joe Cool. Just set the sizes on them, but they're like a foam board. What do you want to call it? Foamy kind of thing. So we'll start this at $5 for that one. We'll say. You can hear a lot of $5 stuff tonight, I think. If there's any interest. I may have a second set of that too. Oh, yeah, I do. I have 2. I have 2 sets. Identical. So, yep. I have 2 sets. If there's any interest in one or both. Okay. Like I said, there's 4 different ones in here. They're pretty good, like I said, pretty good size. My tape measure. So I'm trying to organize a little better now so I can find things. I'm always digging around. They're 14 and a half by 14 and a half. They're square. So, okay. Well, we'll pass on that. And put that with the other one I've got. We'll do one more other. No, let's not. Let's get into some jewelry. I have a whole bunch. So let's see here. What do we want to do first? Oh boy, choices. Move this out of the way here. Start with this, I guess. It's a little pendant set. Let me bring the camera down and bring that up closer. So it's a little pendant set in a case, a nice little case, although it's coming unglued here on the top. It says Adrian Picard. I don't know if that's real. I did look to see if it was signed anywhere, but it's a gold tone chain, and you see the matching little stud earrings. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to call this? Earring. Okay, gold tone necklace and earring set. We'll start this at $5 also. How's that sound? And we get that off the screen there. Get that up there properly. Oh, I misspelled necklace. Boy, talking too fast tonight, not paying attention. Look at what I'm typing. Okay. And let me grab my display here. So that is one of the sets of, I think that's the only earring necklace set I have tonight, I think. Oh, trying to set up the next piece here before if I can get it to stay on this display. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And you can see there's, again, we'll show it up close here. It's got, that'll focus. There we go. So you can see those little studs. And it says it's an 18-inch. I believe that's true. And the case comes with it if you want the case. I have no problem with letting you have the case. Like I said, I don't know if it's original, the original case. Oh, I do have more earrings than I thought I did. That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll pass on that one. Excuse me. Have a sip of water here. Okay. All right, so we'll pass on that. And set that aside. Away. Get another bin. I'm going to put that in. Okay. Necklace. We'll do this one. My hand. So there's this one. This was I believe this is just a silver tone and acrylic necklace, but it's kind of pretty. It depends what you're looking for, I guess. I'll bring the camera up and I have to back that baby up. And get that off the screen of the other thing. So kind of a light blue, oops, what the heck? Oh, it's in the wrong field. White, blue necklace, what do we call it? We'll start this at $4. And then we'll bring it up close here so you can see. It's quite long. It's one continuous piece. Let me bring the camera up and show you. And let me grab my tape measure. Again, I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the range of 30 or more inches. 30. Yep. So 30-inch. You can see up close what it looks like. It's not crystals, it's just a clear light blue and I'm sure better show like that. It's my wrinkly hands here. There it is. You say this table is not white. It's kind of an off white, I guess. So it does tend to show things a little better, I think, than my previous setup. But so you could double that up if you wanted or whatever. But that's that. And I don't have much for rings. I have one ring tonight. That is it, I think. Not that I don't have more in hand. I have a bunch behind me in the drawer. And I do have some stuff that somebody who's into crafts might be interested in. Got some pendants. All right. And I didn't get a chance to look at those yet. Let me see here. I did say I was going to do some earrings. Oh, so we'll do that next. We'll pass on this. And pull that away. I've got some earrings. Let's bring the camera down. I gotta move my light. I think I gotta move my light over this way more so you don't get so much of a shadow. All right, so I'm gonna put those there like that. I apologize. I know it's crooked, but just trying to get there we go. Okay, that's kind of a gold tone with a little green bead at the end. So we're gonna call that gold tone. Oops, I got it again. Here I am typing in the wrong place again. Oh, we'll start these at $4. Anybody interested? I'll show them close here. So you can see what they're a post earring. There's the back of that one. I just stuck the one on the thing so I didn't have to hold it. That gives you an idea of how they hang, how they look. I think the back is just simply, the back is just looks like that. Any interest in the gold tone and green earrings? If not, we'll go to this really interesting necklace. I gotta put one more pin. I'll put this pin down if I can. Oh, hope everybody's doing well tonight. I said the last couple of weeks have been kind of rough, and next week is going to be kind of busy, crazy busy. Okay, we will pass on these. That's okay. And we'll do another necklace. This one's really another long necklace. Let me make it like this. So instead of an amber color here, a little rose here, gold tone on a gold tone pendant, on a gold tone chain, which is very, very long. I know that light is just wickedly glaring on that, so I'm trying to see if I can turn that down a little bit. I'll bring it up close, you'll see. I'm going to call this gold tone necklace. Large pendant. And we'll start this at $4. Let me give you a length. I think this is 30 again. This is really, really long. You can see how long it is. And probably would be longer than 30. 28. And so here's the pendant. Give a better look at the pendant. I didn't see any markings on it. It does have this amber colored. I don't think it's crystal. Not sure. And there's a little rose right there. It's let me turn the light away and see if that helps. It's just a little too much light. It's sort of, I would say, more amber than brown. I think it's intended to look like amber. We need to get the light. Trying to get the light to look just correct on that. It just isn't quite working out. But you can see it's kind of an amber color, I would call it. Oh, I see Lorelei at 4. Okay, we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. So, I'll try and spell your name right this time. For $4. Thank you. Let me put that with your photo book. Okay. Well, here's some earrings that kind of go with the necklace. Again, these are, I think, acrylic, not crystal, although they sure act like crystal. What did I do with my little board? Oh, there it is. I'm just going to use this to hold it while I type it up. Okay. Again, the light is a little too much. I'm trying to see if I can turn it down. Let me give it a turn down for me a little bit. My remote for it died. There. Yeah, it's not quite so bright. That should help a little. Yeah. Okay. Amber type earrings. They're not amber. And we'll start these at $4. Also, bring them up close. You can see these are posts. Don't go by the price. That's just a card. That's not the price they were going for. It's the card. I just happen to put them on because it's easier to show that way than this. But you can see they kind of like a. For anybody who knows anything about golf, they have dimples on them like a golf ball. So yeah, it does look like a surprise face. You're right. That's cute. I hadn't thought of that. But they kind of got that appearance. Whoops, moving my hand around too much here. Yeah. You can see that they kind of that amberish color in there, and they do sparkle a bit. But you can see the texture there. Well, that shows the texture really well. You can see the kind of that rough. Like I said, it looked like dimples on a golf ball, and they're post. So now with some really large backing on them, it's interesting. Like I said, don't go by the price. It's just a card I borrowed to display them against because I thought the white they would look better against the white than against black. So, but anyway. Put that up on the window on the screen. Put that up on the screen while I look at what I want to do next. Oh, let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. No interest in those. That's fine. Pass on those. Have a men's, I would call it a men's watch. It is not a particular brand or anything. Well, you can see it's running. It is not new. It is used. It's stainless steel, one of those stainless steel straps. Oops, sticker's still on there. Somebody was originally asking, Um, $10 for this thing at one time. But I'm not going to ask that. It's got a brand new battery in it. So it is running. But you can see there's a little bit of wear on there on the edge. But the strap itself is actually in pretty good shape. It probably just needs a little gentle cleaning. There, give you a look how it looks on my hand. So a watch, we will say, oops, we will start this at $5. How's that sound? Like I said, it's not new. It is, but it's in great, it's in really good condition. I mean, the crystals really, that's what's the key. I always, when I wear watches, which is not very often, I always bang up the crystal. I think I've gone through at least 5 or 6 watches that way. So I see Cassandra at 5. And what I'll do before I ship it is I'll pull the stem out so that the bat won't run. It'll save the battery. So, but it has a brand new battery. I put it in today. So, and you'll pay $5 just for a battery in most of the stores down here. So, but I get them at a discount, of course. So I care. Right. So going once, going twice. The last call. And sold to Cassandra for $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll pull the stem on it right now. Show you the battery. You can see it's pretty close to. I set the time on it when I put the battery in, so it's pretty close to what I set it. Okay, I've got one other non-jewelry item. I realized it was in that bin of stuff. Well, actually, I've got a couple. Well, sort of a couple. I think I may have shown this before. I don't remember. This really beautiful little crystal. I guess it's a dove. Maybe to me it looks like a dove. But it really shows nicely against this light and this table. So, I think it is blown glass. There's no name on it I can find. I'm just going to call it blown glass bird. We'll start this at, oh boy, $8. And like I said, I didn't see a name, but on the bottom it's smooth, as you can see. There's nothing on it. Because if there's a name, sometimes if it's like Woods, there's one of the names I recognize for these, but there's nothing on this one. So I'll show it up closer and put it in my hand so you have a little contrast. But it actually shows pretty nicely on this table, which is really nice. There's just enough color in this top of this table to bring it out and hit that nicely. So it is about just shy of 4 inches tall and 4 inches long and 3.5 inches wide with wingtips. And it's in beautiful shape. Excuse me while I grab another drink. Made that mistake today. I had a meeting for work that I had to present that, and I forgot I didn't have any water. And boy, I felt it later. All right. Working on setting up the next piece here. Interesting. I did not do this. Okay, I'm just trying to measure it. I got another necklace. I just want to get the length this time before I put it up there. That's all right. Okay. Well, no interested in a little bird. Okay, we'll pass on him. Oh, I see Cassandra at 8. Sorry, just saw it. Thank you, thank you. I see it now. So we'll say going once, going twice. The last call. So to Cassandra. $8. Thank you, Cassandra. Write your name down here before I pull it off the screen. Okay. I'm trying to remember some other stuff I did here. So I got it all covered. Okay. Oh, I didn't write down. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh. Hang on. And I'll have to go back and look at what I was asking for that. Okay, we're all set. Let me set this in a safe place. That thing will get lots of bubble wrap. Okay, got another necklace. A simple little gold tone necklace with gold tone beads. Let's see if I can straighten it up a little bit here so it looks nicer. Get rid of the thing on the screen there. Yeah, thank you, Cassandra. There's a little lag. Oh, that's interesting to know. Okay. Okay, so gold tone with gold tone bead necklace. Oh, oops, I'm typing again in the wrong place. Oh, gold tone with gold tone beads. We'll start this at $4. It's not no markings on it whatsoever. It's just your usual style clasp up here. I didn't see any markings on it. I believe it's just gold tone. And just so you see how it looks against me there. And yes, these are a little uneven, but those actually you can actually slide those up and down as you want. Interesting. I didn't know that until I was playing with it. They're on the necklace, but they're you can move them around. So if you want them down a little lower or a little higher, you can adjust them. It's kind of interesting. So, and so you can see the pattern of the chain. Okay. I don't have my cell phone going tonight. I usually have my cell phone going so I can see how much of a lag there is. Because usually we get about 7-10 seconds. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, let me write this down. Just in case somebody contacts me later. And what did I say? $4. Okay. No interest in that. That's fine. I'll pass on that. What did I do with my bin? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, let's get some silver out there. This is a really interesting set of earrings, silver earrings. If I can find them in my bin of stuff here. There they are. My wife tells me these are vintage in the sense of the style. So let's pull this out of here. And let me put these down. They were in the preview, I think. These little Get rid of that on there. So these are marked, I think they're marked 925 or sterling, I forget which. No, they're not post. No, you'll see they're different. I did it again. Keep getting clicked on comment. Butterfly earrings. And we'll start this at $7. Let me give you, I think this is a good deal. They're not a lot of, I mean, they're very delicate, so it's not in the content silver-wise, but they are vintage. So let me show you what they look like up close. And they're against the black here, so I know you won't see it. Well, actually, it's not too bad. Well, what they are is it's a chain with this. Let me see if I can get it. I'll flip it upside down like this. There we go. That's the back. That's what they look like. They're not a post. They were a threaded earring, if you want to call it, for lack of a better term. I did try to clean up the silver as best I could. They are vintage. They were somewhat threaders. Thank you. I knew there was a name for them. Oh, oops, I didn't put the price out there. There we go. So I did take a little bit of right silver cream to it and try to clean it up a little bit. And I gave it one good quick cleaning because they are vintage. They're definitely vintage. I didn't put that in the description, but they are definitely vintage. And I did not comp them, so maybe they're worth more than I think. So one side of the earring looks like that. The back side is, let's see if we can get that to focus. Come on, focus for me. And you might be able to make out where it's marked. Shoot. It keeps sliding around. Let me put it on my finger instead. It may or may not show the marking here. I can't tell. It's very, very faint. Really, really hard to see, but it's there. So that's the back. Let me show you the front again so you get an idea what the details look like. There you go. Oh, that's good. That came out nice. Sorry for my crackly fingers here. That's what dry weather does up here in wintertime. So anyway, that is what we have. Yeah, for these threaded earrings. If there's any interest. They're very delicate. As you see, right next to my finger, they're not really large at all. I'd say maybe a quarter of an inch. Yeah, about 3/8 of an inch. Looks like maybe. So, but there's not. I mean, they're very light. There's not a lot of weight here to them. They're very light. But they're vintage. I think they're worth more as being vintage than they are worth more as silver. And the chain is quite long, as you can see on this. Several inches. So interesting the way to wear an earring. Okay, well, we'll pass on those. Maybe somebody will ask for them later. You never know. I'm going to write it down here, what I was asking. So if somebody does come up later, I can remember what I said. Butterfly. Okay. Well, it's there. Where did it be again? All right, let's do a non-jewelry item here I've got that's really interesting. It's dent in it. That's interesting. It's a leather wallet that, there it is. That's zippered. So I'm going to pass with the type pass. Okay, leather wallet. We'll start this at I don't know. I'll stick with my number I've been using a lot tonight. $5. It's zippered. I don't. It doesn't. I mean, it still has the order cards thing in it. So I'm guessing if it was used, it was not used very much. Got a little button piece that opened up. Let me bring the camera pull higher so you can see it better when I'm opening it up. There we go. So it's got the little snap coin purse inside, and then the place for a few credit cards and cash and photos. You don't see wallets like that much anymore. With wallet window order card, it says on there. Interesting. So there's the thing that holds the photos. It comes right out. So if you don't want it, you don't need it. You don't need to use it. But it's there. And it zips. And it's got a little carving in the leather. Looks like ducks. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, it looks better on camera than when I'm looking at it. I got it upside down. Anyway, yes, there we go. Ducks. Yeah. There's a running joke with our friends about a phrase, and it kind of picks on the Northeast accent. One of these days I'll have to write it down to show it. It has to be seen to be understood. It's one of those kind of a written joke. But anyway, okay. Anyway, there's a leather wallet. Is anybody interested in that? I actually have another one as well that I'll show later. And put that up there. Let me write that down. Okay. So now I've got, this is sort of for somebody who's into making their own jewelry or necklaces, but anybody could do this one. So we'll pass on this wallet here and take that off screen. So the interesting thing I want to show here is it's called steampunk. Now I'll bring the camera down so you can see it up close. And you see it's jewelry parts, is it called in French as well. It is brand new. They give you some instructions on the back. Why they give you instructions? Because it's not just a pendant. It looks like it opens like a stopwatch, but of course it's not a watch in there. It's a place to put a photo. So that's what it is. I don't know if there was a price on the back here where it was going for originally. No, don't see it. So they call it a large watch, steampunk large watch case, antique copper finish. And they got it in French too. Yeah. Steampunk was a big deal, but about, like you said, about 20, 25 years ago. But there are still people doing it. We saw some jewelry recently that was steampunk jewelry, which was really interesting. I actually have a piece somewhere. So we're going to call this a steampunk pendant. Although it's like a stopwatch, like a pocket watch. But we'll start this at $4. How's that sound? Write that down. But it's kind of cool. It opens up, the way it opens up, and like a pocket watch, and then they have the nice clear bezel here. And they give you tell you how to how to put something in there and on the back here, I believe. How to pry it open to get a picture in there or whatever you want to put in there. Yeah, steampunk was a big. They had a whole steampunk display at the Shelburne Museum in Shelburne, Vermont, back then, about 20 or so years ago, which was really cool stuff. Some really cool sculpture like stuff that people had done. Okay, well, that's up there. Take a look at this, and we do have more silver coming. I'm going to bring that up shortly. I had this one thing I brought. I gotta take a look at it with my loop because I can't remember what it is. And while it's up there, thinking about it, and I can't remember. Isn't it just another pair of earrings? But I can't remember why where I got these or what they are. I just wanted to take a quick look at them and see if there's. I can't remember if they were marked or not. I had them for a while, so see no markings on them. I didn't bring my magnet either, so I couldn't tell you if they're silver or not. So it'll be a bargain if they are. Interesting. So, all right, we'll bring these up then. I think you'll like them. Get them on the display here, so you can see them. These are a shepherd's hook on them, and it could very well be silver. They seem a little tarnished to me, but that could be silver plate too. So, okay, we'll pass on the steampunk piece. Pass. And so now we've got a pair of earrings. They are a silvery. Well, let's see. I turned that light down, so now it kind of does some. My camera's doing some weird things because it's getting tricked. I'm just going to call this silver. Oops, did it again. Click in the right spot. Silver tone earrings. Filigree. That's a good name. Thank you. And we'll start these at $5, I think. I misspelled silver, but that's right. You know what I mean. So there they are, and it's a shepherd's hook, as you can see. I see a little tarnishing on the hook. That's why I thought maybe it might be silver plate. I'm guessing it's not marked silver anywhere in 925 or sterling or anything like that. Anyway, let me steady my hand there so you can see it better, and so it'll focus. But they look like they're about just under an inch across in diameter, I would say. But give you an idea what they look like. The other side is the back. It is kind of concave shape, as you can see. Like I said, there were no markings that I could see. But if it'll focus for me here. Focus, come on. Let's see if we can get the focus. I guess not. Give it a little more light to make it focus. Huh. Interesting. All right. Okay. It does look silver. I agree. And you may be getting a deal at $5. I have no idea. There's no marking. I didn't have time to test. And I didn't even bring my magnet up to test it with a magnet. So could be the bargain of the night. I have no idea. Like I said, well, I do have some pieces I know are silver, but that's not one of them. So, okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I found something, Marlene, that you were looking for a few weeks ago. I found it. I think it's the one you were looking for. We'll see. Okay. No interest in that. We'll pass. Come on now. You guessed right. Focus. Come on, camera. Man, my camera's really struggling tonight to focus. There we go. Let me bag these up so they get separated. And let me put a price out there on this butterfly pin. We'll start it at, guess what? $5. Yeah, see, like I said, you're going to see that number a lot tonight, I think. Maybe a few things that not, but yeah. Okay. I see my linear at 5. Anybody else interested will be 6 or more. Let's show the back here. No markings, I think I could find on that. This is gold tone. Let me get you a close-up view here. Some nice detail in that. All right, we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold my lady for $5. Thank you, thank you. Write your name down. And put that with your other stuff. Okay. I have a bracelet that it also appears to be silver, but I don't believe it is. And it is marked, and I'll explain it in a minute here. I'll actually type it in there. A cuff style bracelet. Let me write this down. Okay. We'll start this one at $5. Again, it's marked William Rogers. Right. Let's see if we can get that line up in the right spot here. And you can see the marking there, and it's marked on both ends actually. Interestingly enough, what it says is William Rogers. Let me get my loop here. Oneida Limited. William A. Rogers, Oneida Limited. It's not a large bracelet by any means. I think it's trying to measure here. It looks like about 2 3/8, maybe, or 2 1/4, depending on how you measure it. So, and it looks like it's meant to be engraved. I'm guessing it's meant to be engraved because it's got this nice flat spot. It definitely is not going to fit on my wrist. I couldn't even get it on my wrist. But there it is. If anybody's interested. Okay. William Rogers Oneida. Spoon bracelet. Oh, cool. That is cool. Did not know that. Oh, this this envelope I'm going to show actually fell into this box of jewelry from another box of jewelry I had. I didn't. I guess it must have gotten mixed up or something. I showed some of these a while back, well, actually a few weeks back, and I don't remember showing this particular one, so I'll show it tonight. But okay, we're going to hide that and pass on that. Roll it down. So I have some stamps here. I'll take them out of the bag in a minute and in this foil. They're Afghanistan, set of 5 Afghanistan with a mountainous agricultural land in Asia near the famed Khyber Pass brings you silkworms and frisky sheep on brightly colored stamps. The original price on this package was 20 cents back in the day, and this is really, really old. These are, there's one, there's the sheep. There's the some kind of flower, more sheep, another flower, and more sheep. See, these are Afghan stamps. Afghan. I'm gonna this stamps. I know I misspelled that, but we'll start this at $4. How's that? 5 stamps for $4, and they're vintage. I'm pretty sure they're vintage. So I don't know if there's a date on it. I mean, it probably wouldn't be legible anyway, but just says Journey Agriculture, agricultural. So it's got it in French. Oh, that's interesting. 1963. There's a date on it. On that one, anyway. Interestingly enough. And these don't have a date. It says whatever the currency is. That was back in the 60s. So that tells you how old these stamps are. It's interesting, huh? I see Marlene at 4. So say going once. I've got more stamps like that somewhere kicking around. Going twice. Last call. Sold to Marlene for $4. And I'll put it right back in that nice little envelope. And put them with your things. It's a little wax paper envelope. I mean, I bet you it's even probably before they had the low acid stuff, but it's anyway. All right. Let's see. I did promise more silver. Let's see here. What do we have? Oh, I have a really, really pretty bracelet. That is marked 925 on this little tag. Again, I did not get a chance to test it, but it's pretty long. It's like a what do they call it? A snake-like kind of a appearance to it. Let's see, from that to the clasp is 7.5 inches. So, and like I say, it is marked on that little hang tag. Let's see here. So I told you 7.5 length. All right, so 7.5 inch. We'll start this at, oh boy, it is silver. I'll say $9. How's that sound? I see Marlene at 9. Is anybody interested to be 10 or more? I'm just trying to line some stuff up here. Get that up there. So I don't have to dig to the bins as much. Oh yeah, I should definitely put this guy out there. Again, something I haven't tested. Huh. See Cassandra at 10. Oh, Marlene jumped at 20. Wow, big jump. You got charms to put on it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I just had some charm I set aside that I wasn't going to show. Huh. It was a dolphin charm, I think. Okay. Going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Marlene for $20. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's compare with your other stuff. Necklace. I've got a necklace. I'm going to show it like this just temporarily here. And I think they call it a dichroic pendant. Now, let you think about that for a second while I try to put this away. And I think the chain might be silver. It's not. It's marked India. Let me look here at my loop again. Make a loop of it. There's a marking on it, so let me just see. Yes, it is marked 925. All right, on there. There. So, and the chain is, oops, let me get that tag out of the way. The chain is, looks like about 16 or 18. $16. A little more than 16. Okay, so dichroic pendant on 925 chain. We'll start this at $12. Let me bring this up close. So there's the pendant itself. Now that's the one side. The other side is signed Andrea. I assume that's the person that made it. I don't know if this is silver on it. It's not marked. It may or may not be silver. The piece on the bail on the thing itself, but the chain is definitely marked 925 and India on the hang tag. Oops, that's the wrong side of it. So I think that's a good way to show it. I think putting it against the black piece I've got would not work well for it. That's dichroic glass. And I'll get some pins up here. That's right. I'm going to show some pins. I just dropped my loop. I'm hoping by the next time I do another auction, I'll have this room in better condition. So, but actually, it's working much better than it did the last several auctions because of the way I'm positioned. I can look at the screen more quickly. So, okay. Well, no interest in that. We will pass on it. Pass. Not ass. Pass. Oh my. I almost have to block myself here. See if I can delete it. Yep, I can. Let me delete it. Oh, good. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, I got a Lucinda pin. Anybody like? I think I have brought Lucinda pins here before. This is from her series House Pins, Lucinda. The number on here is still a 207 number, so this is made when she was still living in Maine. Focus now. There we go. Hey, Randy. Thanks for joining us. Oh, let me see. Lucinda pins. I know what they go for, but I'm going to give you a bargain here. I'm going to say $8. Some of them, the Halloween ones, I'm told, go for some crazy money. If you see a Lucinda pin that's Halloween themed, oh my, and you can get it for less than $10, grab it. Especially if you're a reseller. Yeah, they go for crazy money. Anyway, so that's the pin. Get close. As you may not or may not know, Lucinda, all her pins are unique. So this one actually has looks like a little tiny crystal in the door, in the thing, the little green crystal. And there's the back. Yeah, that's when she was still living in Maine. I should know where zip. My wife knows what town that is for 04104. But I see Marlene at 8. Anybody else interested to be 9? Otherwise, I'm going to say going once. Going twice. My understanding right now, with at least for the past several months, past year, I guess, is kids are buying these for their backpacks. Buying pins, not Lucinda pins necessarily, but buying pins in general. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Last call. And we'll say sold to Marlene for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put that with your stuff. Let me see here. What do we want to do next? Well, this is a really interesting necklace. Another super long necklace. Silver tone, not silver. I'm going to guess this is well over 30-inch chain. I'll show you why in a minute here. I'm just trying to stretch it out so I can measure it here. Let me move the camera. You can see it's a really, really long 34-inch chain. Not quite sure why they made it like that, but there it is. Silver tone chain with a little silver tone thing with an amber colored acorn type of in the base. Yeah, let me see if I can get the light to show the color. There, that shows the color pretty well. How the color of it is. So I'm going to call this the acorn silver. Oops, I did it again. Typed in the wrong spot again. Oh, and I got rid of the other thing. Oop, there we go. Wearing a brooch on this lapel. Oh, well, that's cool. Oh. Okay, silver tone. Acorn necklace. And we'll do this at $4. How's that sound? I mean, if you don't need a really long chain and just like the pendant, it's, you've got that. But it is a long chain, though. Wow. I don't think there's any marking on it. Let's see. It's just your standard lobster claw chain. Looks like it's. Oh, I've got it fully extended. So for 34, fully extended. I was running right off the extender chain. That explains some of it. Let's see, Merlini at 4. So we'll say going once. Excuse me. Going twice. Can't remember if I brought my cough drops up. I think I did. Last call. And sold to Merlini for $4. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Travis, Travis, oh, really? Oh. I did watch most of the Super Bowl, actually. I had no dog in the fight, as they say, but write this down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see, necklaces. Let's go with another pin. I think this might be even a vintage pin. I don't know, though. Well, it's a very simple little rhinestoney type pin, little oval shape. I think it's about 1.5 inches. I want to say about 1.25 inches. Yeah, about 1.25 inches across lengthwise. There's the back. No markings. No idea what that's silver tone, whatever. I think it's vintage. I'm looking at it's. I mean, the clasp is. Pin is not sticking out, but it's. I'm looking at the construction of it, thinking that it might be vintage. So I'm going to call this a oval rhinestone pin, and we'll start this at $5. Is any interest? And I'll get this one ready. This one I will put the display on. And there we go. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Well, you know what? I thought I was going to run out of stuff to show, but I'm actually going to have. I'm going to make sure I show what was in the preview. I think I got most of that covered, actually. Yeah, because this is all stuff I added later. I just kind of went going through some of my stuff today. Oh, I had this one in the preview. I should show that. And this one's in the preview. Okay. Oops. All right. Well, we'll hide that. And we'll pass on that. This was in the preview. Guarantee it. This is a Y necklace, and this is sterling. So it's got this little toggle fastener on the front. You can see. And it is sterling. It's marked sterling in a number of places, actually. Or marked 925. I think one of these are all marked somewhere. I don't know if I can see it on camera or not, but they are marked. And it looks like to be about, I would say, I'm going to say the length is 17, maybe 18. And it's got these little purple accent beads. They may be amethyst. I don't know. They don't they're so small, it's hard to tell if they're cold to the touch. Let me see. Yeah, hard to tell. Like I said. But we're going to start this one at $12. And so I'm going to lay it against the tables because I think against the black, it just doesn't do it justice. I'm going to get the camera down so you can see it. And you get this little toggle down the bottom here, and then this little flat. I forget what this pattern is. There is a name for this pattern on there in here. It's like it's a knot, but it's not a Celtic knot, I don't think. I see Marlene at 12. Next bid would be 14 if anybody else is interested. It is silver. Like I said, I don't know what the beads are, if they're just acrylic or if they're amethyst. It could be either. Toggle Y necklace. Yeah, this is kind of kind of almost, not call it gray, but I would call it almost like a light lavender. The table, it's not white. There's one of the beads. I'm trying to show the bead here up close so you can get an idea. And then there's the piece there. And I did try to clean this. I did clean this up a little bit with some silver, with some white silver cream. Probably wouldn't hurt to give it another quick clean up. But it definitely, it's vintage, I would say. Or it was tarnished enough to make me think it's been around a while. So we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. Somebody's texting me. Okay, and sold to Marlene. Oops. Just typed that wrong. Marlene for $12. Write that down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's see if I get the. Oh, there's the other one. That's right. This is the other item I had in the preview. Was this interesting gold tone chain and pendant. Get this out of the way for a moment here. And this is open it the right way. This does open up. There. We'll start this one at what have I been doing? $5. I guess we've been doing $5. It could be. I could not find any markings on this. Here's the back of the pendant. It's sometimes looking at on camera, you can sometimes see something, but I really did look at this one, thinking it was like maybe 1928 or one of those types of pieces. I just not find any markings on it. That's the front. I mean the back. There's the front. Just have a little snap closure on it, which is nice. And it's got this, the white on it is not white. It's kind of a patterned white, crinkly white. This way I can describe it. It does have a pattern in the white itself. I think it's showing, it's too dark. There you go. You see the white's got kind of a pattern to it. And then the chain. Really heavy duty chain. I see Marlene at 5. Then I see Randy at 6. Next bid would be 7 if there's still some interest in it. guys are thinking about that, I'm going to prep the next one. I see Marlene at 10, Randy at 12. We have an auction. And so we're seeing Randy at 12. Marlene jumped up at 20. And Randy says out. Thank you, Randy. Okay, and we will say going once. Going twice. Last call. For $20. Oops, I should have said sold, but that's right. Thank you. Let me write that down. Thank you very much. We'll put that with the other stuff. Okay, this is the other pendant I had. And I'm going to just, again, show it against the board because it's silver. And against the silver, just like I said, against the black, just does not work. So that, I believe, is malachite. Let me bring the camera down. On the pendant, the chain is not silver. It looks silver, but best I can tell, I think it's stainless steel. I could be totally wrong on this. It is not marked. I didn't have time to test it. Like I said, kind of a busy week. I ended up working till after 10 last night, so I was a little on the tired side today. And I'm looking at the marking. No markings on there at all. But this is marked. The pendant itself is marked 925 right at the base here. I don't know if that'll show on camera or not. There we go. So oh, that does. Shows up nicely. And there's the stone. Okay. So because I can, if you want, I have a silver chain. So I could substitute the silver chain for the stainless steel if that desired, of course, for a price. But we'll give you the malachite 925 pendant with what they say, sterling with steel chain. We will start this at $9. If you want the silver chain and you're the winning bidder, I will add the silver chain for another $6. So if it was with the silver chain, it would be 15. If you get it for 9, and so on and so forth. How's that sound? Pretty good, I hope. Try to give you a good deal. And you can take it on the sterling. You can take it on this steel, or you can take it on the silver for adding $6 more. It's really kind of a cool looking stone, isn't it? Got little striations in it. Oh, I just realized that when I brought it up. It's all heart shapes on that. Huh. I didn't notice that before. I just looked at it and think, oh, it's pretty, but I didn't even pay attention to what the shape was. Interesting, huh? You see the back and the markings there. There's some letters also besides the 925. I don't know. I couldn't make out what they say. And even with my loupe, maybe on the camera I can make it out. It'll focus. It looks like a manufacturer's mark of some sort. Like initials. Sorry, my hands aren't very steady, are they? Oh, it says sterling, not 925, but that's okay. You know what I mean. Huh. Interesting. Okay, it is hard to read. Sterling was very plain. You could make that up very, very plainly. The other letters, it looks like, I hate to say this, it almost looked like it said IBM on it, which was really weird. I used to work for IBM for 40 years. But it isn't quite that. But I think one of the letters might be a B. So, all right, we'll say going once. Going twice. And my hand's not steady to hold it for you to look at it very well, is it? So I apologize for that. And I couldn't bring the camera down any lower than it is, unfortunately, the way I've got it set up right now. Okay, last call, and we will say sold to Marlene for $9. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now let's take that chain out of there. Wait, okay, I'm waiting. Oh, you want the substitute, the silver chain? This is what it looks like if you want to see it. So I should have shown it better. It's kind of a it's one of these with the rope panel. Huh? Wait. Oh, Cassandra. Oh, I'm sorry, Cassandra. My apologies. I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking at one part of the screen, and I'm seeing Marlene where it said hard to read, and I saw the 9, and I put those two together. My apologies, Cassandra. Oh my goodness. Sold to Cassandra for $9. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna write that down. Oh my goodness. That's my bad eyesight. Okay. Let me put that in a little bag too so it doesn't get tangled up with some of the other stuff. The silver chain. I was, say I was going to add it to the other for a price, but I think I said 6. But by itself, because it wasn't going with something, I don't know, $8. Is that fair? Come on, get in the bag. You want to go in the bag. Break that. Yeah, I got you, Cassandra. I'll leave it on the steel, the stainless steel chain. And Marlene wants 8. Pay 8 for the silver chain. And I believe the length on that is 16 or 18. 16 looks like, maybe 17. So, okay. So we put it down. Sold to Marlene 925 chain for $8. And yes, that's very sweet. I will write that down. Okay. Let me throw that in an envelope. I do have one ring. There are no markings on it. It's a gold tone ring. It's fairly large. It is, looks like a 9. Pretty good size ring, gold tone ring. And that's what it looks like. There are no markings on it at all. To me, it's very light. The only marking is a slight little 0 at the very base of it, and that's it. But it's a nice looking little ring. And the stones are blue. These are clear. If they're stones, I think they may just be crystals. Just give you an idea of the color. You know, if you had markings on, I would believe to be gold plated. It does give that appearance. It doesn't have any weight to it whatsoever, and it could be. It could be. It's a pretty ring. I'm gonna call it a gold tone ring because I don't really know, and I didn't have a time to test it. Again, I have a test my test it because it's sitting literally 3 feet away from me right now. I just didn't have time to test it. I don't know. $7. See if anybody's interested for that. Again, it's a size. What did I say? Size 9. I'm really, I mean, it's a pretty ring. It's very pretty, and it doesn't have any discoloration to it whatsoever. You know how these, the cheap rings can turn green. It doesn't have that. I wish I could say there's something marked in it, but other than that little dot at the bottom, which makes no sense to me whatsoever, I couldn't find anything. But so that's how it looks on my pinky. I guess my pinky's a size 9. Of course, that's got to get past my swollen arthritic knuckles. But anyway, and it goes. I just let it fall. Well, they're gonna pass on it anyway, so no interest. Okay. Do I have anything left that was from the preview? If not, I have this bracelet that is marked 120 12K GF on the clasp. I think the stones, they are stone. They're very cold, ice cold. I don't think they're hematite. I think they're what's the word? What's the other one I'm trying to think of? But anyway, let me get you a length on it because I know that's going to be important. Does unhook here. The length on this, I'm going to guess around 7.5 because that seems like most of them are. Yep, 7.5. Night, Cassandra. See you next time. Yep, definitely. Thank you. We'll start this at, let's say, $10. I don't know what the stone is, but I know it's a stone. And it's not hematite. Trying to put this back together here. Just my arthritic fingers just don't cooperate sometimes. If there's any interest, yeah. What would be? And it just escapes me to think of what the stones would be. I used to know all my stones inside and out. My book is around here somewhere too. But it's definitely stone. But I'm very sure it's not hematite. I just can't think of what it is. I don't think it's opal. I don't think it's black opal. It's a possibility, but I don't think it is. Um, black. These are definitely black. I just can't think of a other stone it could be. Could be a black agate. That's possible. That's very possible. But anyway, and that's what I say, it was 7.5 inch. This came from an estate. And so I know the woman had good taste and money. It's funny though, some of the stuff she had is like this, gold filled. None of the gold, I never got any of the gold stuff. I'm sure the family took care of that. I've gotten some silver and I've gotten some gold plated and I've gotten some gold filled and gotten some really nice pearls, freshwater pearls, that kind of stuff out of the estate, and many, many stones. So I know this came from the estate, and when I see that it's labeled, I'm pretty confident that it's what it says it is. But anyway, that is that. Okay, well, let's pass on that. And I just thought I've got a couple pieces from the estate that I thought I'd throw out there. That blown glass piece, for example, that I had up earlier was from the estate as well. Yeah, a little blown glass dove. And I've got another piece here that's from the estate. And this one, I really don't know where to start this one. I'll show it to you. It's a bracelet. It is sterling. Let me get the bag out of the way here. Bring this camera up a little bit. Let me get rid of this here. I think, to be fair to, because obviously I have not paid. I'm selling this for the estate, so this is I guess you could call it consignment. It's the best way to describe it. So I need to try and get them a good price. This to me looks like a bracelet you would engrave. And it is silver, marked sterling actually. So I'm going to have to start this at least at $20. It's a lot of silver here, and there's where it's marked right there. And I did not try to clean this up yet, as you can tell, but there's where it's marked sterling, and it's got this type of clasp. That style clasp. Getting messages, and the length on that is probably 7.5, like most of the stuff I'm getting. Yep, 7.5. But this is the kind that you would engrave. I think you take it to an engraver and get something engraved on there, most likely. I see Randy at 20. The next bid will be 22 if there's anybody else interested. Otherwise, we will count down here shortly. I'm just trying to put something together here for Cassandra's stuff. Yeah. Okay. We'll say going once. I think this is vintage too, Randy. I only from looking at the styling of it. Maybe would you think of it, but to me, it looks somewhat vintage, maybe 50s, 60s, something like that. Sold to Randy for $20. Thank you, Randy. Let me write that down. There. Okay. All right. Let me put your name on the bag. Lose track of that as well. We'll get that out mailed tomorrow, probably, or soon, I should say. I'll try and get the invoices out tomorrow. Friday's gonna be a busy day. My wife goes in for surgery, so all right. Let's see what else we got left here. Still got a bunch of stuff in my bin here. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do here in the last few minutes. What would be interesting to you folks. I've got some poison earrings. Would you be interested in that? Oh yeah, it should be routine, hopefully. Earring holder. These are on shepherd's hooks. I believe my wife actually made these about 30 years ago when she had her jewelry business. Bring the light around better here if I can. There. They're not really showing well against the black. Let me just lay them on the table. I think that does, yes, that does better. Okay, we do that. So you can see what it look like up close. And yeah, it didn't for those. Oh, let's start these at. I've been doing $5 a lot tonight. Let's do that again. See my winning at 5. Anybody else will be 6 or more. I'm just trying to see what else I've got here. I got one more. Oh, I should do this. And maybe this. I'll do 3 more items, I think, and I'll call it a night. Even though I've got more items, I'll save the items for next time. Okay, we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. So to Ali, $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We put those in a bag so they don't get tangled up. Okay. Oh, there's the bag. I knew I had a bag for her. Okay, I have a pendant without a chain, and I apologize for that. I've been trying to get my hands on some of my chains were in storage, but it's really kind of a cool piece. And I thought, well, somebody who has a gold tone chain or a gold chain might appreciate this particular pendant. I think that's gold foil on there. It looks like it, a gold foil. The back is flat like that. It's a stone. It is a stone. It might be fluorite. I'm not 100% sure. And it does have a gold tone veil to go with it. I don't believe that is gold. I think it's just gold tone. So all you would need is a chain. I have chains. I just gotta find them. But I don't think it's fool's gold. I think, or hematite. I think that's fluorite. See the kind of the aqua color to it. So you could be right. I don't think it's hematite. It's not dark enough, but it is really does catch the light. Interesting. It's large. It's you can see it next to my thumb here. It's a pretty good size piece. So I'm going to put it as a question mark, but I think it's fluorite pendant. And we'll start this at $7. If that's any interest. I think there's a gold foil on it, except on the back. It's just a plain stone on the back. It's definitely been cut. I see Marleni at 7. And we'll say going once. Going twice. Hit the wrong key. Going twice. Last call. Sold to Marleni for $7. If I can find out, even a fake gold chain, I will throw it on there. But I don't know. I don't know if I've gotten where they are. Okay, I've got another vintage pin that I'll put that right there. And it has a saying on the back. We'll start this one. I'm gonna go plain. $5. We'll go another one. Oh, you got one? Okay. So it looks like, really an old faded picture, seascape or something maybe. I'm honestly got it upside down. I don't think I do. On the back, it says, "The bounty of God's earth brings to your heart, brings something to your heart." What does that say? Peace. May the bounty of God's earth bring peace to your heart. Yeah, so it is definitely scenery here. And I'm assuming that's the top because where the pin is. I assume you're going to wear it looking like that. And it's gold tone. It's not it's got the writing on the back. And I didn't see any other kind of mark on it, on the edge or anywhere else. It's a nice gold. It's actually got a little weight to it, but I don't think it's gold. Maybe just gold over, gold tone over brass. But anyway, there's that. And the other last item I'm going to have, oops, go back up there. And I've got one more item to show, and then we're going to call it a night. It's 10:30. Okay, we'll pass on this. Know anybody that's Pisces? I'm not into astrology, but I know some folks are. So, and these are, let me get rid of the message on screen. The fish, Pisces. I think these are pewter. And the hook themselves look a little tarnished, so they might be silver plate or silver. I know my wife, when she made some of these things back in the day, we often stuck with silver, or silver plate, and never went with stainless generally. I didn't see any markings on these. But, so Pisces earrings. We'll start these at $5 also. So I didn't see any markings on them. Oop, this way, this way. I did try. I'm going to take a look with my loop here real quick, but I don't think they're marked silver. But anyway, but no harm in looking, I guess, to make sure. But I'm pretty sure they're just pewter. I say something I did years ago. Okay, no interest in that. That's all right. Pass on that. And we're going to call it a night here, I think. Switch over to the camera. There we go. Okay, well, thank you, everybody, and appreciate it you being here, and thank you for your purchases. Really does help, especially this time of year with the heating systems kicking in. Hope you're warm and comfortable where you are, and not too buried under snow like we are up here in the Northwest. Like I said at the beginning, we got 16 inches of snow over the weekend, and not unusual for New England, but the last few years we've had it pretty easy. So this is the biggest storm we've had, I'd say, in maybe 4 years. So, yes, I'm glad you came by too, Randy. Thank you. I appreciate your purchase. And you all have a blessed and wonderful weekend and evening, and we'll hopefully see you next week. We'll see. Like I said, it all kind of depends on how things go on Friday. So, have a good night.